So my entertainment for this evening has been watching the guy who made the BTS unofficial comic book think clearly that he was onto a winner, realizing that that's not going to happen, getting absolutely destroyed on Twitter, and having the equivalent of a panicking beta male hissy fit, but still in his comments and in his tweets trying to act like he is the rational one and trying to act like we're the ones taking the L right now. This guy so clearly thought that he was going to cash in big on the BTS name and on the ARMY name. It's so obvious. This guy saw the opportunity thinking that ARMY are big spenders and we're big spenders around the BTS IP and had absolutely no consideration, because he had no respect for us, of course. We are just mindless consumers to people like him. Had no consideration or care to ever think that we might actually have enough common sense to do due diligence and ask the very simple questions of, is this officially licensed? Is Hybe/Big Hit behind this? Ergo, is the team behind BTS behind this? Ergo, are they actually getting fair reward for the use of their name, their likeness, their reputation, all of that? And if it's the case that you were able to offer us no viable evidence of that and instead choose the route of trying to gaslight us into thinking that that is not something that we should have any cause to care about, who the fuck are you to try and make a bag off of them and us? This toolshed has been pinning different tweets on his account all day as he goes through the playbook of different things that he can try and turn this around onto us. Earlier, I saw he was trying to moralize and be like, it's so interesting how obsessed they are, how lost these people are, that they, I never thought that they would be so delusional. To which many people in the fandom's response has just been beautifully logic and sense, and a lot of people quote tweeting his shit-assery with, oh hey, I actually happen to be a lawyer, or hey, I happen to work in the media specifically around licensing and IP, and here's a long thread of every single piece of legislation that you should be abiding by that you're evidently not, and here's every single basis that Hybe/Big Hit has to sue you into motherfucking oblivion. Have a day. He's now shifted gears a few and is trying to push the narrative that he, a noble warrior fighting the good fight, is coming up against what folks? Oh, you guessed it, bots. Does this guy seriously not understand how often we get called bots? We get called bots every single time that we move as a collective in the volume that we do, to the point that people with their little pea brains cannot figure out how we could possibly all be actual people. And when we move in a way and we behave in a way that is against or not in the interests of someone or something that is specifically trying to exploit us and BTS. Seriously, at this point, I feel like if we're working towards something for or against in our volume and we're not being called bots, we are not trying hard enough. This guy, you can just tell by his ego, will never concede. His precious little ego will never be able to take it. He thought he was onto such a winner, and he has been so sorely disappointed. His flabbers have been so well and truly gasted that he's just in constant whiplash. How is this happening to me? At this point, the people that had originally bought it have found out the truth and have cancelled their orders. The people that actually did go through buying it really only did it to find the previews of it and then found all this problematic shit and then mass shared it back to everyone. So then no one else who saw that is going to order it. And even if you missed both of those things, anyone who goes on to try and order it is going to see all of the reviews that are really low saying, hey, this is a scam. Hey, this is an unofficial product. ARMY, don't buy from this guy. You've already lost, buddy-o. You've already lost. The only options left open to this guy are to fade into obscurity, quietly delete his tweets, block people that have said actual cogent points against him, at some point rebrand or try and delete all of his social media accounts, then start afresh, get a new Amazon account and start afresh, try and build up a new organic following, and always talk to his mates and anyone else that he comes into contact with about how he once had an awful experience with the BTS ARMY, and advising people to never go there and be really vague and cryptic about his experience, but basically just summarize that we're toxic and evil and that whatever happened to him, he muscled through, he found a way, he is the winner and the victor, and he had the moral high ground the entire time. And I wish him well on that delusional ass journey. Would say nice try, but absolutely nothing that you've done reflects trying in the slightest. Trying would constitute doing something that was actually well-intentioned or well thought out, or at the very least having any care and consideration for how this could potentially go for you and putting in some kind of sensible protective measures. You just blindly tried to take advantage and you got cocky and now you look like a fool. the kids say, whatever, major loser. Suck our dick.